Okay, audio and video should be working. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, at least we have backup recording happening over here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with K Monta's Art Studio, and I have a little bit of a studio update. I also figured out some issues with my microphone, so stay tuned. If you have audio issues and you're new on YouTube and you're trying to figure out how to make things work, I think I've solved the problem, hopefully. If not, I have backup recording happening on this little mic over here, so I'm hoping something's happening correctly over there. Anywho's, let's jump into this video. I have some fun updates, some new art, and a cute little mini haul. So for those that have the DJI mic, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. However, if you have run across any audio issues, this comes with two little mic recorders, and it also comes with adapters. So one adapter looks like this, and you can see that this is what is meant to go on the larger little box. Of course, I can't show you right now, but I'll insert a clip. And it lives in here, just like so. Whenever you have this little clip inserted into that little mic, you want to make sure that this is super secure onto that little clip. If not, your audio will not record. It has happened to me so many times. So now that I've become a master of mistakes, I'm hopefully going to be a master of audio. I've purchased a couple more things that I wasn't supposed to, even though I just had my last art haul. But these things are fundamental to my art. So the very first thing I purchased was this National Park Complete Guide to America's National Park book, and I love landscape paintings and just getting inspiration for my imaginary landscapes. And I love this book primarily because of the vibrancy. Also, whoops, there's my receipt. The facts, I can kind of get inspiration. The color, did I say vibrancy? Yeah. This is such a good book to kind of just use as inspiration. And I will be using this a lot. I have an art show coming up, so I'm going to definitely pull from this book. And it was only 15 bucks. So that's the best part about it. This book was about 15 and some change. The next book I purchased was Hidden Places, also from the bargain section. And anything that really gives me good oh my god, look at this. Gives me good references. Sorry, my breath was taken away. I love. So I have a lot of like nature books. I have a lot of like different landscapes. I love this one. I was gonna try to paint it, but I'm gonna modify the view. Things that are inspiring and green. So as you know, or may not know if you're new to the channel, I love to do whimsical style paintings in all types of ways. So let me show you some of my whimsical paintings, and I'll show you what I'm going to plan on doing soon. So some of my recent work has actually been a little bit more collage-y type. I don't exactly think this would classify as collage, but this here is all trace. And I recently just posted a reel on my YouTube And you can see this long roll of trace that I paint, and essentially I take that long roll of trace and I tear it up and I form these sort of landscape style paintings. And what I discovered recently with this one is that if things are looking a little dull, I can still paint watercolor on top of the trace and it absorbs pretty well. Some other paintings that I do are a little bit strange, to say the least. I kind of observe from life and then I alter and alter and alter. So this is one that I actually observed from life. I have a river near my house and I love going there to capture inspiration. So this one was one that I captured from life and I altered the view. So this one here is actually one of my very first YouTube, or one of my first YouTube videos that I created. And this was where I actually discovered that I love painting whimsical, almost like abstracted landscapes. And just having pops of color coming through the leaves, coming through the bark, coming through the land itself. And I fell in love with that. This painting is actually done with acrylic gouache. And I love that so much that I just kind of went crazy. And I did them over and over and over again. And I actually painted these ones, the smaller ones on the right. After that one, I painted a couple more on panel board, and this big one was also from life. That's why it looks a little bit more representational. So then I took that and I made it into a smaller one. Oh, sorry, I actually made the smaller one first, so let me show you. So this smaller one came first, if I'm remembering correctly. I took this smaller one and I turned it into a bigger one, which is the one you just saw. And I modified, of course, but this one's done with just regular gouache. And that other one was acrylic, oil pastel, and I think that's it. So after I became obsessed with landscapes, then I got even more obsessed with aerial views and just looking at landscapes from above. And this one here is one of many aerial views. The first one to be on a larger canvas. I have such an admiration for things from above. I don't know if it's because I'm an interior designer and I look at floor plans all day. But I love the way the trees kind of turn into something else. If you like look at it sideways, it kind of looks like a ghost. If you look at it another way, it looks like something different. So just giving that idea of abstractness. Okay, so here is the really long roll of trace that I created to eventually tear up and turn into some of those abstract little teared up landscapes. How satisfying. So this paper is super strong. This is architectural trace and unexpectedly strong, you know? Like I really doused this paper with a ton of watercolor paint and you can see how it's like pretty intact. Very little transferred over, actually none at all. There's certain spots where I'm thinking it probably just has like this spot here has a lot of paint and it just shows transparently. But this piece is enormous. Hopefully I don't get my fingers chopped off by the fan. How pretty. Maybe one day I will just paint on the trace and make a really long painting. Some other paintings that I have done are these. So here's some more that were inspired by that other sort of whimsical starting point. So they're kind of similar in that way. This one here is completely left field. I think I named this one Heart. If you can kind of see like the more medical looking hearts in the field. Originally it started to become a cave, and I think I called it cave, or maybe I called it heart. I can't remember. Here's another one that's pretty similar to the other smaller ones. So as I said, I went on this like obsessive repetition creation, and I just created so many different types. So then I have this one. I was also testing things out with my nude girls. I'm covering up her privates, but this one is on a wood panel, and I love painting on these wood panels. This one I sealed, and you can see like the little shiny seal. I think this is a acrylic varnish, and I actually really love that varnish. It gives just like a nice glossy satiny, kind of like a nice balance between the two. This one was a combination, and as well as the other ones, of gouache, Posca pens, and acrylic gouache and Posca pens, and I think that's it. The latest piece that I've created is actually not an abstract landscape at all. It is more of a folk art cheese board. This is another style that I absolutely love. Love, love, love. I love folk art things and painting florals, and just painting on wood is my absolute favorite. Okay, so here we have our next project. I have started it, and I was actually inspired by that piece off in the back, and let me actually just grab it. So I started that piece based off of this piece, which actually started by accident because I was working on the cheese board that I just showed you, and there was extra paint on my palette down there. So that palette is full of acrylic or acrylic gouache paint, and I didn't want to waste my acrylic gouache, so I just dumped the extra stuff on here, and it was just looking so pretty. So then I went in with some oil pastels, and I kind of think that I ruined it, but I still like it. There's certain parts where I wish that I would have went a little lighter with the colors, but I wanted to kind of make this the sky and make that appear much lighter. I wasn't able to accomplish that, but it can kind of appear as a sky in some ways. I don't know, but I like it. Okay, so I had that mini haul that I mentioned with the 2 books, but I forgot to mention the most fun part of it all. I purchased this little Hello Kitty and Friends figure bag clip, and I'm wondering which one I got. I love cutesy things, like obsessed. Like sometimes I wish that I was an illustrator. I'm not an illustrator because I'm very chaotic, as you can see. But I love illustration. I love cutesy things. It kind of shows in the colors that I select. But let's open this. Okay, so here are some of my desk buddies, Chucky and Susie from the Rugrats. If you don't know, you need to find out. These are 90s characters. I have a couple other buddies, desk buddies, that are no longer living on my desk. They ended up moving and I gave them a new home. So let's see who else is going to be my new desk buddy. Oh, I got the frog. So cute. Oh my god. Oh, there's so many. Did I get an exclusive? Oh my god, I think I got the exclusive bee. Oh, that's so cute. I'm like, this is not the same Carol P. I don't know how to say his name. Carol P. I'm very happy. I think I might buy another one. I really wanted the My Melody or the Kuromi. I honestly would love any of these. Or the exclusive A, which is clearly Kuromi in a different look. But yeah, I definitely got the exclusive B. So cute. Let's get into this painting, and I think my manager's here to make sure that he approves. So first, let's check in with him. Hi, Fauci. Do you approve of this painting? Yes or no? Okay. I take that as a no. He says that I need to finish. Tell me, do you approve of this painting? Can you not lick me and the microphone? I need to know the status of your approval on this painting. You're not liking it. Nope. Yeah, that's the I don't like that face. Okay. So, excuse my crusty, dusty feet. I'm going to cover them with a towel. I am, let's see, where am I? So, I was in the process of layering things here, and because I am working with acrylic wash, I do need to let things dry and kind of let it layer. I did like this sort of texture that was going on right around here, and I can show you. So this texture that I accidentally acquired was a fun one. It's kind of like the wet sort of splashy texture. You're gonna see some right here. I accidentally acquired that, but I kind of like it. But I do think I'm gonna finish layering. I love this pink sky that I have going on here. I'm going to pull an inspiration image and probably finish up the sky, because I don't think I like this blue here. I think I want to add some white and also some oil pastel. So let's jump into filling our palette and getting into it. Figured out how I got that texture. It looks like it depends on how much water I have with the gouache. So right here, that texture is starting to acquire. I don't necessarily want that to kind of happen there. So I'm going to pile on the paint a little bit more and like blend it out. And the brush that I'm using is just a Blick Economic Bristle, and it's kind of like a boar hair type of brush, which I love using to acquire more texture and create more dimension. Just so you know, I kind of love this like blue teal that I have because of the separation that it makes, and it looks like water. It has like a weird sort of pigmentation that happens, almost like granulation, if you want to call it that. Whoops, let's not make it drip. But that paint is called Ice Green. And I really love how it separates like that. Even in the palette, like if you leave it for too long, it starts to separate. And I really love that effect. Some people may hate that effect, but I think it works for this. Another brush I like to use, which is totally not traditional of this brush, are these Chinese calligraphy brushes. They're so soft and really nice and textury. It's almost like the hog hair style bristles, but a bit more softer. These are fun to get a lot of paint and kind of play around with just blobs of paint. Okay, so honestly, I think I'm at a good stopping point in letting things dry and possibly adding some oil pastels. I'm not too sure. I kind of like it the way it is, but we'll see. What I like to do is let it rest. It's kind of giving a newish style of this landscape, and it does coordinate, it does coordinate with the other painting over there. However, that one is a little bit darker in tone and this one's much brighter. I love the combination of the neons. I'll give you a closer look. I have to keep the flash on to kind of give the true effect and the true color of these. I usually just use the room light or my other lights, but this is more true to the color. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This one was a fun one, a little overview of the studio, some new work, some new activities, a little mini haul, and this fun guy. I really love this girl. I love the hot pinks, the teals, and the greens. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.